We have a special honor guard, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office Honor Guard, Deputy Steve Harris, Deputy Rachel Wheeler, Deputy Lee Dela Garza, Deputy Amy Banta, and Deputy John Conway.
Ready, see. Present arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order on.
Today's invocation, a moment of silence for all the men and women who have given their lives in the service of our communities, our state, and in our country.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that final consideration of HCR 202 be made a special order of business immediately.
Senator Dan Rosenbaum has moved that the final consideration of the HCR 202 be made a special order of business immediately. Would you please speak to your motion?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, this resolution honors two of our fallen reserve officers, and our honor guard and others are here to honor them, so this will allow us to take it up immediately.
Discussion? The question is on making HCR 202 a special order of business immediately. Those in favor will answer aye. Aye. And those opposed, no. This motion is carried. We will now move and proceed to the special order of business. Would the clerk please read the resolution?
House Concurrent Resolution 202, recognizing and honoring Reserve Sergeant Scott Collins and Reserve Deputy Mark Whitehead for their service to this state.
I will now recognize Senator Laurie Monnes Anderson, who will present the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, today we are going to honor, our HCR 202 is asking the Senate to honor Reserve Sergeant Scott Collins, whose father and mother are here, Jerry Collins sitting at my desk and Collie Collins sitting at Senator Courtney's desk. as well as Reserve Deputy Mark Whitehead, whose father is sitting at Representative Edwards' desk, for their service to this great state. It was 21 years ago, Wednesday, February 26, 1993, these two volunteer reserve officers were on I-84 in my district when a drunk driver traveling in the opposite direction over 102 miles an hour lost control of his car, crossed the median airborne, and he sheared off the top of the patrol car. Both deputies and the driver of the other car were killed instantly. These two deputies, Reserve Sergeant Scott Collins and Reserve Deputy Mark Whitehead, were the first reservists to be killed in the line of duty. Scott Collins loved helping people. He loved being outdoors and served on the Mount Hood Ski Patrol. He survived, as I said, by his mother, Jerry Collins, and his father, Collie Collins, and a sister. Mark Whitehead had completed the Reserve Academy and served as a volunteer deputy with the Multnomah County Sheriff's Officer for 9 months. He loved music, was employed teaching music, and was involved in the Portland Youth Philharmonic for many years. His dream was to be a full-time law enforcement officer, and he is survived by his father. These two deputies, Reserve Sergeant Scott Collins and Reserve Deputy Mark Whitehead, are commemorated at the Police Officer Memorial Wall in Washington, D.C., and at the Oregon Public Safety Academy here in Salem. And I believe it is extremely important that these officers also have a place in my community where their lives were taken, a place that we can remember and recognize their sacrifice with a memorial marker along I-84. And I hope that as people travel along I-84, they will pause a moment to remember these brave men. HCR 202 recognizes these two men for their service to the state and authorizes also the placement of a roadside memorial sign to commemorate their ultimate sacrifice. I'd like to read a reflection made just a year ago by a sergeant that was on duty that night, February 26, 1993. She stated, "I stood over you that night. I was shattered and heartbroken. It was my first of many tragedies I had to face during my career, but none of them affected me so profoundly. I will never forget what happened that night, and I will never forget either of you. It's been 20 years and I still cry. I remember every day. I still remember." Colleagues, the parents of these two men are here with us today. And I want us to thank them for the sacrifices they have made. And we pray for your well-being every day. And colleagues, can we also remember, or at least we can somewhat comprehend the intensity that a police officer job entails. And may we somehow understand a policeman or policewoman's job and the responsibility that they accept in protecting us. I urge an aye vote on HCR 202. Thank you, Mr. President.
The resolution now before the Senate. Senator Monnes Anderson, do you wish to close? The question now arises upon the third reading and the final passage adoption of HCR 202. Those who are of the opinion that the bill should be passed will answer aye as their names are called, and those opposed no. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Devlin? Aye. Edwards? Yes. Ferrioli? Aye. George? Aye. Girard? Aye. Hansel? Aye. Hass? Aye. Johnson? Aye. Knope? Aye. Cruz? Aye. Monnes Anderson? Aye. Monroe? Aye. Olson? Brzezinski? Aye. Roblin? Aye. Rosenbaum? Aye. Shields? Aye. Starr? Aye. Steiner Hayward? Aye. Thompson? Aye. Whitsitt. Winters. Bertschiger. Bates. Byer. Boquist. Burdick. Close. Dembro. President Courtney.
Yes.
Excused Olson, 29 aye votes.
HCR 202, having received a constitutional majority, is declared adopted. The Senate has just given your sons its highest honor. And you notice how quiet the Senate was. This is a very somber moment for us. We try through this resolution to not only honor your sons, but to hopefully help you deal with your loss, with your suffering. We are very sad for you, and this is how the Senate shows not only honor, but an extraordinary measure of caring for the loved ones of Scott and Mark. And while this resolution and the vote on it will be placed in the archives, it is now part of Oregon's history, it's a short ceremony. It's very simple and short. But each of us hope in our own way, I think, that this moment can linger with you for a very long time. And maybe, just maybe, that can help some you deal with this loss and deal with your suffering.